Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you clicking on that video as always. Today we're doing another weekly rotation video. I love doing these videos, and I think one of the reasons why I love doing these videos is because I want you guys to be able to see a bit more of my collection, and this allows me to do that. I'm trying more things in my collection, I'm wearing more things. Everyone has that go-to fragrance in their collection that they probably wear more than others. But if you have a lot of fragrances, you want to be able to really get to know all of them, and there's a reason you bought it in the first place. And at least for me, I don't just randomly buy fragrances. Now that I have the channel, I like to try different things and give you guys my first impressions of those. But for the most part, I'm an enthusiast just like you. I'm still on that hunt to find the best fragrance. But so we'll start off on Sunday. Sunday, I actually worked. I had to do a couple showings, and I wanted something that would just sort of define sort of that put together, clean, masculine scent. And this is a go-to in my collection. I absolutely love it. The scent I'm talking about, Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. And you guys know I've talked about this on the channel before, but this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. Man, it's just so, there's just so much to this fragrance that every time I wear it, something else sort of reveals itself about it, and it's just so damn classy. The quality is fantastic, and what you're getting for your money here is just, I think, it doesn't get much better. And you know, Zaharoff is a small house. It's not, a lot of people still don't know about it, but this one, out of all the fragrances I've tried, is probably my favorite from the house, and for good reason. I pick up a lot of the incense and myrrh. It's spicy, it's warm, it's woody, it's inviting. It's just masculine, put together, and just incredible. It's, in my opinion, sort of ideal for the modern man if you're in that, and I don't like to attach age to things, but I would say working age. You know, if you're mid-20s and just out of school, this would be fantastic. Starting your first job, or all the way up into your retirement age, 65. This is super versatile. It's really long lasting. You could wear this every season, and I love it. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. So Monday, I was feeling like trying something that I hadn't worn in a while, because I think for a while I've attached the idea to this fragrance that it's a night out fragrance, but I would say it's more than that. It's more than night out. A part of that, I think, is the bottle and the name of the fragrance, but scent I'm talking about is Bvlgari's Man in Black. And you know, this one, yeah, just warm, spicy, woody, smoky, leather, undoubtedly masculine. It gets compared to Spice Bomb, the original Spice Bomb from Viktor and Rolf, and I absolutely pick up those similarities. There's some crossover to Spice Bomb Extreme, but I think the difference with Bvlgari Man in Black to those is that I'm just getting more of the leather and more of the smokiness from Bvlgari Man in Black. And I wore this all day into the night, and you know, I will say, I don't think it's just a night out scent. I think you could pull this off at work. It's at the core a woody, spicy fragrance, and I want to try to wear this one as much as I can. I think this one is going to also transition well to the spring from the colder months, so you can get away with wearing this for a bit of time. I wouldn't wear it on a super hot day particularly, but as you get into the spring, you have some warmer days, cooler nights, this one is gonna be a go-to for many people, and it's fantastic. It has really good longevity. I'm not afraid to really kind of spray a lot of this, and by a lot I mean, you know, maybe 10 sprays. if I'm spraying in the right areas, but this can be a work scent, this can be a casual scent, this can be a night out scent. And I think it's because the sort of DNA of this fragrance is just kind of classic spicy. And I think it works really well. For the money, what you pay for this is a 60 ml, and I think you can get it probably for under 40 bucks. It's been a while since I've looked. If I will put a link in the description below of where you can get this at one of the cheapest prices. But I love this one. Like I said, lasts all day. More versatile to me now that I've had it and owned it for a while than I initially thought, but great scent nonetheless. Bvlgari's Man in Black. So this next scent, I actually wore the original of this in high school, and it was my signature scent for years, as it was for many people's signature scents back then, and it's still being sold today. Unfortunately, I've heard rumors that this particular flanker of that has been discontinued, which is unfortunate because I think it's the best in the line, in my opinion. I have not tried the new EDP of this, but the scent I am talking about is Acqua di Gio Profumo. And this one is the best way I can describe it: a dark aquatic. It's so good. This one is hyped, there's no doubt, but it's one of the ones that I think actually lives up to the hype. And the original Acqua di Gio, that particular DNA can smell dated to some people, and normally because it was such a big seller back when in its heyday, it was a popular scent. So it's a scent that you've smelled most likely and may not be able to peg it. Like if you've never worn it, you've definitely smelled it because everyone wore it. But this is sort of a more modern take, I think, on the original DNA, and I really love this one. It is another great versatile scent that you can wear to work, wear out to dinner, wear out with friends. It's gonna work in basically every season. And I think I might avoid it on really hot days, but oh man, the citrus, the incense in this, that incense note really sort of changes the composition of this. And some people might not like that, but they might prefer the original, and it's sort of in your face freshness. But this particular one with the incense, it darkens it up a bit, makes it feel a little more sort of dressed up, in my opinion. And it's just so good. Again, all day long, this is gonna last. You can spray fairly heavy, and you're gonna smell fantastic. This is a compliment getter. People are gonna, it's one of those scents that is just really mass pleasing and familiar, like I said, but with a more modern twist to it. Yeah, just a really well blended, put together, dark aquatic, and it's great. You can't go wrong with this. Acqua di Gio Profumo. So on Wednesday, it was a cooler day where I am here in Massachusetts, and I wanted to get another wearing of this in because I didn't wear it a whole ton this winter, and I wish I had worn it more because I really enjoy this scent. It's, to me, a really casual scent and sort of a fun, playful scent, and not take yourself too seriously. It's not dressed up scent. I think it's just kind of a fun scent. Scent I'm talking about is Halloween Man X. Yeah, so as soon as I smell this, I get reminded of other fragrances, that sort of fruity, bubblegummy, sweet, sort of mass-pleasing opening. It's pleasant, it's really pleasing. Where this one really shines is in the mid and dry down, when that roasted coffee note comes out. This has other things in it. It has whiskey, has leather. I don't get a ton of that. I don't get a lot of the whiskey. I don't get a lot of the leather. I get a lot of sweetness and that coffee note. And like I've said in other videos, I think the coffee note, when it's in a fragrance, either you get it, either it's really pronounced and you really smell it, or you don't really pick it up that much. And for whatever reason, my nose, I pick up on the coffee right away. Not right away, but as it dries down, it's very prominent. It's a roasted coffee note. It's really nice. And this one, in my opinion, gets better from the opening to the mid to the dry down. So where a lot of times people love the opening of a fragrance, I think this is the opposite. The opening's good, but it's not a good representation of where the scent goes. Yeah, it's just really nice, really pleasing. This is another great performer. And really, you're probably only gonna be wearing this in the fall and winter months. It can be a bit cloying, and I think in the summertime, warm spring days, it's just not gonna work. So it doesn't mean you can't wear it, but for me personally, I'm not gonna be wearing it during those months, which is why I wanted to wear it on Wednesday when it was a little cooler. I wanted to take advantage of it and get another wear in before it gets really warm where I am. So great performance, playful, really great for younger guys. You know, it's relatively cheap, I wanna say still. And I know it's becoming a little harder to find for some. It sells out pretty quickly on most online retailers, and not something that you're gonna find easily in a store. So yeah, this one, definitely worth checking out. Halloween Man X. So Thursday's scent was a recent rack store haul that I did, and it was sent to me by Ryan over at Grown Man Style, and I just picked it up last week. But I love this scent. Wore it on Thursday, and my first impressions video didn't do it justice, because as I wore this and sort of saw where it developed and which direction it went, I was really impressed. Couldn't have been happier. I want to say this was $14.99. It is popping up at rack stores. Absolutely worth a blind buy. Scent I'm talking about, Lamborghini Millennials. Man, this is good. Oh, and if you watch that video, I kind of fixed the cap. If you see that little red band right there around the cap, I kind of have to get my fingernail under there and pull it off with the cap, and then everything comes off like it should. So, not bad. Oh, guys. Yeah, just up top, really reminds me of a Zaharoff Pour Homme Nighttime. So if you've smelled that, this is gonna remind you a lot of that sort of barbershop-y after shaving cream, but noted with that super pronounced rooty rhubarb. It smells really earthy, but as this starts to dry down, I pick up more of the spiciness from the nutmeg, and this gets very smoky. There's incense in this. It gets smoky and has a vanillic touch to it. Now, I don't know if vanilla is an official note in there. I'll put the notes here so you can see. But it reminds me of, it becomes warm, ambery vanilla incense, which reminds me of other scents that I've smelled, like Mercedes-Benz Club Black or Mason Margiela's By the Fireplace. There's something about it. This is more woody than those scents. So it's not like one-for-one smell, but it is reminiscent to me of those fragrances, which I love. And I love how this opens like a sort of barbershop, fougere, shaving cream type, scent, like clean, just left the barbershop, kind of mature, old school scent, but in a good way. And then it turns into that warm, spicy, ambery, vanilla incense. It's 2 scents in one, and I love it. And for $14.99, this is, in my opinion, the best cheapie I've bought this year. It's so good, and I plan on wearing this a lot. To me, this is very versatile, all seasons. even like I said with that dry down. It still remains aromatic, and the woods in it sort of make it less heavy and just more of an everyday scent. And yeah, this could work in the office, this could work out casually. It really checks all the boxes. So if you guys see this, I passed over it like so many times, and I'm so happy to have it now. People say niche quality. It's tough to say niche quality. The quality's great, and not one time do I feel like this is it smells cheap or anything like that. It's really rich. It's well blended and just amazing for the money. $14.99. Lamborghini did a fantastic job with this one. It's, in my opinion, like I said, the best cheapie I've bought this year. Lamborghini Millennials. So on Friday, it was a warmer day. I actually met some friends out for a couple drinks, old co-workers that I hadn't seen in a long time. And I just didn't want anything overpowering or heavy or sort of head turning or anything like that. I wanted something that just smelled fresh, clean, and something easy to spray on. And I think I nailed it with this one. Scent I'm talking about is Black Walnut Legend from Banana Republic. Now, this scent, obviously, it gets compared to Creed's Aventus. And when you first spray, I do get Creed Aventus, the sort of fruity, a bit citrusy, and there's no pineapple in this like Creed Aventus, but there is, I believe, kumquat and bergamot, which I think is sort of making it smell like that pineapple that you get from Creed Aventus. Nonetheless, it's that fruitiness. But where this goes different than Creed Aventus, I never really get a smoky feel from this. It goes musky, clean, soapy. And that to me is, there's a place in every collection for a scent like this, because it's almost like you want to say that you just stepped out of the shower, but it's not shower jelly smelling to me. It just smells like I used a really nice bar soap, and it just, yeah, it's so good. It's really fresh, and when you want to wear something but almost not wear something, if that makes any sense, I think this is a great one to look at. Now, performance is lackluster. It doesn't perform that great. I maybe got 3 or 4 hours from it. But with that being said, I paid $12.99 for this, and it is one that you can overspray and not feel guilty about it. So yeah, performance isn't great, but I think for what you get, when you just want to kind of an easy dumb reach and not be turning heads with your scent and not be projecting like a monster, this is a great choice. Black Walnut Legend from Banana Republic. So the last scent was Saturday's scent, and I'm a fan of this line. It is a clothing brand and mall retailer, and this is probably my second favorite in this particular line. Scent I'm talking about is Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Together. And First Instinct is probably my favorite from the line, but this one is always popping up at the rack stores. And this one is really great. It's really reminiscent of a couple fragrances. This, I think, reminds me of Invictus Aqua and one of the YSL EDP maybe. Yeah, it just sort of has that. It's got cardamom, it's got a ton of citrus up top. So it's really summery, warm weather vibes. Really playful, nothing too serious. And to me, this scent is pretty linear. So when I spray it on, I get much of what I get in the opening, I get in the dry down. I get some woods in the mid, and the dry down is sort of that, I think the DNA of this line is musk, and I get plenty of musk in the dry down. It's a woody musk. with a bit of sweetness still left over, and is just reminiscent of the First Instinct line. And this does retain the DNA of the original along with those other fragrances I mentioned. Perfect for summer days, perfect for really warm weather. Nothing too serious, playful. You're gonna smell great. You're probably gonna get some compliments. This is a familiar DNA that I think Abercrombie does really well. And as far as longevity goes, I get about 5 or 6 hours, nothing crazy. Performance is not great from this line. What I will say is that when I say that this is a linear scent, the opening stays, but that musk that comes in, just much like First Instinct, the original, that musk takes over. So that lasts a good amount of time, but you're not gonna get much of that opening after the 5 or 6 hour mark. So, but I love this scent. This is another easy dumb reach on really warm days where you don't want to be overpowering, but this one can be overpowering for the first hour or so. So when you spray it, just be mindful of the sprays, or if you're going to be getting in a hot car and sitting with someone, you're going to smell great, but it's going to be, it could be cloying for some. So, but this one, great scent for $24.99, I believe, for the 100 mil. Great price for what you get. Abercrombie & Fitch, First Instinct together. So that was my weekly rotation for last week. I truly appreciate you guys' support. We are approaching 700 subscribers. My plan is to do a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, and we will hit that with your help. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, I will see you in the next video.